The sky was blue, but it was full of white smoke. We were not scared, we were not worried. We were doing our job, covering what was happening on the borders in the south of Lebanon.
Al Jazeera was already live as the Reuters and the AFP teams were arriving, all wearing press vests, clearly labeled press, everyone with their helmets, 3 tripods, 3 live feeds for 3 international agencies.
I remember the sound of the drones. I remember the helicopter in the sky. They asked me to do a camera test, and I did that test, and in a few seconds, everything changed.
What happened? I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. Oh fuck, oh fuck. I can't feel my legs. Fuck.
I relive those moments every day. And I hear Christina's voice all the time. It's pretty horrific.
We knew that this was an attack that we needed to investigate. We needed to know who was responsible with a view to holding the perpetrators accountable. The journalists had gone down to cover the hostilities between Hezbollah and other militant groups in the south and the Israeli army on the northern side of Israel, and it was very much limited to kind of altercations between the two. Immediately, we started looking through all the open source material, things that had been shared on X, on Facebook, on various WhatsApp groups, collected all of this evidence and then sent it to our evidence lab team.
We received around 100 videos that we tried to organize as a timeline just to get a clear picture of when things happened and how. And then we start the analysis. It was clear from that footage and the initial analysis, the closest target from where the journalists were, according to our calculation, was around 1.5 kilometers.
They were standing on a hill in full view of any of the combatants.
It was clear that journalists had their vests, so they were clearly marked as press.
One of the cars had TV plastered on top of it. So the fact that they were a press crew was visible both horizontally to anyone seeing them across, but also from the top.
At a certain point, we noticed some tank fire from the Hanita military base. So we all moved our cameras. And again, shortly after that, that same tank fired again, straight across the valley. And 30 seconds later, we got hit by the first strike. Saw Christina on the ground. She was yelling, my legs, I can't feel my legs. Immediately, I knew I had to put tourniquets on both legs. I got down on my knees. I got it around her leg, probably up into her knee, and then that's when the second strike hit.
Very early on, after the attacks happened, a lot of the journalists were either shell-shocked or in the hospital getting treatment for their injuries. So there was still a lot of confusion about the narrative and what had happened. And Dylan, who thankfully sustained only minor injuries, was going back and forth in his head about, what do I remember?
I'm thankful my camera wasn't totally destroyed. At least the memory cards survived. Going through the footage for the first time was tough. I had remembered that there were 2 explosions, but at a certain point you start second-guessing yourself. Like, did I remember that correctly? And so, rewatching the footage was confirmation that, like, no, I was correct. There were two different strikes.
The timing between strikes was 37 seconds. That's also very important because you don't usually hit 2 times in one place unless you are confident what you are hitting is your target.
إذن زاهر محاولة
We also analyzed 22 videos of the aftermath, which allowed us to see the damage that was caused by both strikes and to start doing the analysis of what kind of weapon would cause that kind of damage.
In many cases when we work on conflicts, the weapon can directly lead us to perpetrators. This is the key piece of evidence. My colleague, who is our weapons analyst, knew immediately what this weapon is.
It was a 120 millimeter tank round. And that confirmed that it was the Israeli military that fired on the journalists, because Hezbollah and the armed groups in South Lebanon don't use those kinds of weapons.
And more importantly, we did identify this weapon before being used by the Israeli forces in the context of different strikes on Gaza. So this is at least the 3rd time where we are able to link this type of weapon with the Israeli forces.
When the first strike hit, it came from behind me, and I saw him receive the full blow of the first strike. That day, he had a cooler full of soda and drinks and snacks. He's always the guy who's going to help you out if you're ever in a jam. I saw him as there. He had a big presence.
He's a friend since, like, I can't even remember when. He's a dear colleague, he's a dear friend, and yeah, we worked together in many, many coverages. Such a unique human, a very unique human.
At times like these, it's incredibly important to have journalists documenting what's going on. They are our eyes and ears into what's happening. The evidence that they collect is incredibly important to be able to piece together what's happening.
Just the brutality of the attack reaffirms the importance of that job. Like, to bear witness to these kind of things, and hopefully you don't become the story. That's never the goal in journalism.
Civilians are protected by Geneva Convention, so they can't for sure be a target, and targeting them is actually a violation of international humanitarian law.
What I hope this investigation does is prove what happened and get some sort of accountability. Maybe it's not justice. Issam will never come back. Christina's leg will never come back. But at least we can prove what happened.
Seeing your friend dying isn't something usual. I want to continue for him, for myself, for the career I chose. There are so many people whose voices are tamed. I want to do this again and again. Just speak up for those people. I want to always remember what happened on October 13. I have wounds all over my body. I have shrapnel still in my body. But this is just pushing me further. Now more than ever, I stick to the field because it's where I belong.